Hi there, this is Avalon from Crafts Direct, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can make your own resin letterboard. What's great about this project is that you can customize just about everything, from the colors to the mix-ins, and even the mold that we're going to use is the entire alphabet, so you can choose what letters you want to use and what phrase you want on your letterboard. Follow along and I will show you step by step how you can make your own resin letterboard. To begin, you will want to set up your workspace. You will put a drop cloth on top of your table and then make sure that you have plenty of ventilation. You may want to open some windows or have a fan running. You might even want to wear a mask if you are extra sensitive to the smell of resin as well. And then you're also going to want to put on your gloves. Resin is no joke, it is very sticky and permanent, so you will want to wear gloves. Next, you will grab your resin. You will have side A and a side B. You will grab 2 small cups and a Sharpie, and you will label them, one with an A and one with a B. Grab the resin labeled with A and pour it into the cup that is labeled with A. You will fill the cup just about all the way up, and then you are going to do the same thing but with side B. The important thing is that A and B are equal amounts, so it's really helpful to have both cups right next to each other. And I even like to get eye level with it to make sure that I have equal amounts of both A and B. Pour both side A and side B into a larger mixing cup. And then comes a really important step. We are going to mix the 2 parts together. And to do this, you're going to want to stir slowly. It's really hard. I know I get really impatient and want to go fast. But if you do it slowly, you're going to create less air bubbles. So stir the resin together for 3 minutes and just remember to do it slowly. When you start mixing, you will notice you can kind of see the 2 separate parts of the resin. But once your 3 minutes is up, you should notice that it is all combined really well and is much clearer than before. Set that resin aside. And then we're going to mix up another cup of resin. So you will follow the same steps we did before, where you fill cups A and B, and you will then mix them together for those 3 minutes. And then once you're done, you should have 2 cups of resin that are mixed and ready to be poured into the mold. To help with bubbles, I like to knock the cups of resin onto the table. That kind of helps pop some of them. And then I like to add a little bit of heat from the heat gun. This also helps with those bubbles. In 1 cup of resin, you will add the confetti mix-ins. You will add what you want and then stir it together. And then in the 2nd cup of resin, you will add some drops of white dye and mix that together as well. Now we will pour our resin into the mold. And at the top of the letter, you will pour in the clear resin with the confetti. And then towards the bottom, you will add the white resin. And I like to use this little tool that you can squeeze a little bit of resin into and then place it where you want in the letter. If you need, you can always add some extra of those confetti sprinkles to the top of the letter. But then you will continue these steps as you fill in all the letters that you need. For this specific project, we are spelling out "Don't worry, be happy." And because there are duplicates, we will have to do this in 2 steps. So you'll fill out all the letters that you can to start, and then we'll have to repeat the same steps to make the letters that we have duplicates of. Once you have all of the letters that you need filled with resin, you will then apply some heat to the resin to help pop bubbles, and you'll do that with a heat gun. You'll let the resin sit for 24 hours, and then you can pull them out of the mold. Once they are all pulled out of the mold, you might have some pieces that have some extra resin on them. Some are easy that you can just tear them off. Otherwise, you will need to use a scissors to cut off some of that extra resin. Next, you will repeat the same steps we did before, where you will mix up some more resin. And this time you will separate it into 2 separate cups, one for the confetti mix-ins and one to be dyed with the white dye. You will then fill in the resin mold with the letters that you need duplicates of, or if there are some letters that didn't turn out, this is your chance to make some new ones as well. Pop any bubbles with your heat gun, and then you will let the resin sit for another 24 hours before you pull them out of the mold. Add your resin letters to the letter boards, spelling out a word or phrase, and then your letter boards are ready to be hung up and displayed. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can shop all the supplies needed to make this project at craftsdirect.com/projects.